Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little different. As you can see, we're in the car, but today we're going to talk about how to keep those locks good and moisturized and, you know, healthy during the winter, because I know that the winter time can come with some issues. So we're going to talk all about those locks and what you can do. And at the same time, I am going to be just preparing my pre-workout. I'm about to go to the gym midday. Hello. Mondays I try to get, you know, with my clients, and then I try to balance out the rest of my time. But anyway, I got my water in here. I'm using the Lonnie New pre-workout. But yes, let's get into this video and let's talk about all the things that you can do to keep your locks nice, healthy, and moisturized in this cold air. So my first tip is personally going to be the combination of LLO, right? And LLO for me means leave-in conditioner, liquid moisturizer, and an oil. Now, so what I've recognized for my locks is when it gets really cold, my locks actually require more than just like the leave-in. Honestly, that's what my locks require all the time now that I've like really gotten a handle on my locks and I'm in my 4th year. But one thing I like to have is a good moisturizer. I swear, and I really do swear by ASIAM, I know y'all probably sick of hearing me saying it, but it's nice and light. And I think your moisturizer should be on the lighter side, because you want to make sure your daily moisturizer isn't so heavy to where it's weighing your hair down, because then you're gonna have to wash it again. You don't want to be overwashing your locks. There's a lot of things that can really come with that. So yes, I'm sorry if y'all see all the dust in the air from the pre-workout. Have a good daily moisturizer. Next is that leave-in conditioner. Now this is where I'm gonna tell y'all, really do what works best for you. I hate when the scoop is like in there and I have to search for it. Ew, it just feels dirty. Like I should not have my finger this deep into the, oh my god. Next we're gonna talk about that leave-in conditioner. So people have their preferences. Some people are anti-cream in their locks. Some people are able to use cream in their locks. I personally use cream in my locks. Do I use it regularly? No. Probably like every 2 weeks or every other week at this point. I usually dry scoop, so this is so weird for me to be putting it in something like this, but and shaking it, doing it the correct way. But basically you want to have a heavy leave-in conditioner or something that's very moisturizing, even if it's not heavy. One leave-in conditioner that I swear by, but you have to buy it pretty frequently, is the Cream of Nature argan oil leave-in conditioner spray. Y'all, that thing is so good. It's a great moisturizer, but I also do like creams as well. And personally, I like them for my tips and towards the end of my hair that's colored, because I feel like it's extremely important to make sure that my locks are still getting a good moisturizer. Me personally, water or a daily spray is not enough. I need something extra, and that's okay. Like, everybody's locks are different, and that's the one thing I really want to stress, because I'm not gonna lie, sorry, I'm in my car, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I do get annoyed when people are like, well, my locks like this and my locks like that. That is good. Everyone's locks are different. And this is the thing, I'm not discouraging y'all to put that below. I love when y'all talk about what your locks like, because I sift through comments all the time. I know other people do. A bug landing on my window. And it helps you get insight if something's not working for you. Let's say you don't like the cream, but someone in the comment mentions a spray and you try that and it works. Like, that is perfect. So yeah, definitely interact below as well. Tell me what works for y'all. But then lastly is that oil. Now with oil, what I'm gonna say is don't be scared to switch up your oils in the winter time. For me specifically, the air is pretty cold out here, but not crazy cold. I'm in South Carolina right now, and our cold is maybe like 50s, okay? Maybe the late 40s, yeah. So anyway, I have to use Jamaican black castor oil when it starts getting colder. Why? Because it's a heavier oil. Do I still love grapeseed oil? Absolutely, but it is not as heavy and moisturizing for my hair as Jamaican black castor oil. So when we were in that transition phase from like fall to winter, I was still using my grapeseed oil, but I found myself needing it more. However, using my Jamaican black castor oil, I use that, and my hair is moisturized for days. Honestly, I feel like I do like to moisturize my hair more frequently, but like that Jamaican black castor oil, it do what it do, which gets us to the next point. My next bit of advice regarding caring for your hair in the wintertime or cold weather and there are people who are going to feel their type of way about this, but moisturize your hair twice. And that does not mean you're doing the cream, oil, all that. Like, if you want to get more in detail about how to create your lock moisturize and washing routine, definitely let me know. I'll make a video on that. But moisturizing your hair daily, like I said, the ASIAM spray for me is a great moisturizer that I'm putting in my hair twice a day. Do I oil my hair every day as well? Yes, but I only oil my hair once a day because I don't want it to be weighed down. And I'm also more aware of how much leave-in conditioner I was using. I used to go like through and like overdoing it, and I was running out of product. And I felt like my hair was still feeling weighed down, and that's because I was using too much. Now, if you spray your hair decently, saturating your locks twice a day, you're only oiling once, that should be enough. Now, if you need more, again, it's always good to consult a loctician or what have you. But one of the biggest game changers for me when it comes to the winter and cold weather months is making sure that I'm actually moisturizing my hair twice a day. Like, do not miss with that. And of course, wrap your hair up at night, the typical advice. But this gets into the third thing that I want to share. Let me make sure I'm drinking this. My third tip for the winter time: hats. Hats. Now I'm gonna put some pictures in somewhere on this side of the screen of the different hats that I wear in the winter time. My friends definitely see an uptick in me wearing berets, bucket hats, fuzzy bucket hats, what have you. And that's because the air is colder. Cold air is naturally drying, right? So your hair is more susceptible to breakage because of that cold weather. And again, I am in South Carolina, so if my hair is suffering a little bit from dryness, then I'm sure you guys in the real climates, but in the real cold, I know y'all feeling it differently. But where was I going with this? Wear hats, wear scarves, get creative with your looks, and make sure that you're incorporating ways that still protect your hair. Like, for example, even with heat too, I go to the gym a lot and I sit in the sauna. So now what I do is I take a silk scarf every time I'm going in the sauna so that my hair is at least still wrapped in something that's helpful, because heat can also be drying too when it comes to artificial heat. So that's another thing to be aware of. But yeah, wear those berets, wear those fuzzy bucket hats, get creative, do scarf styles. These are all things that are protecting your hair. Another thing that I would recommend, and I actually need to buy new ones, slap caps. I didn't know about them until, I think that's when they kind of became big. Well, let me not say they became big, that's when I found out. But my friends in Loc community who already Loc were finding out. But it was like the Grace LEA, that's black owned. And it's on Amazon, from what I understand. I'll put the link below. But Grace LEA has slap caps, and then the kind of caps where you would go out in public, like it doesn't look like you're wearing a bonnet or something like that. They're still really cute. You know, swoop your little edges, do a little lash. It's still cute, and they're silk lined, so they protect your hair. And that's really good for the work from home girlies like me that, like, I want to sit in a bonnet all day, just being completely honest. But I have meetings and I have other things. Sometimes I run errands, and I like to know that my hair, I don't have to do anything to it, or that's going to be protected wherever I'm going. So slap cap it up, protect it, do not feel bad. Even on my runs now, when I run outside, I'm like, okay, I need to wear a hat, and let me try to put a silk scarf or something within it that'll also make sure that my hair is still getting some sort of moisture going on. But I'm not gonna lie, I do typically put my hair in a bun when I run. But let's get into next one. I want to say this is number 4, but I'm not really sure. Incorporate more hot oil treatments. Me personally, I do like to go to a loctician now that I'm back in South Carolina, but I still love doing my own hair. I know last month I didn't, was it October? I did go to a loctician. No, it's oh, it was November. We're already in December. Oh my gosh, happy December. In November I did my own hair. And I always do wash my hair and do treatments in between. But as soon as the fall started, I made sure I was doing hot oil treatments at least once a month. And I've noticed a huge difference for that, especially because I have thinner hair. And that's something to think about too. If you have thinner hair, when you are faced with these external factors that can cause breakage, you're not working with a thick piece of hair for it to get through. So your hair may break a little easier, which sucks. But them hot oil treatments, honey, do the hot oil treatments. You can do them in whatever pattern you want to put them in. What I personally like to do is I like to do wash, condition, oil treatment, and wash that out. And the reason I don't shampoo out that oil is because the point is that your hair is maintaining and being able to hold that oil. Now, if you're somewhere where you get a lot of buildup and you can't do you can't do conditioner, I would really suggest diluting it in a bottle and then placing it on your hair. But if you can't do that, just shampoo and oil treatment. It's still going to serve the same purpose. It's still going to serve the same purpose of keeping your hair nice and moisturized. Yeah, let me drink more of this before I start getting the itchies. Sorry y'all, I literally ran out of storage. I had to delete stuff. But the last thing I want to talk about is being mindful of those protective styles. And that the reason I say be mindful of our protective styles here is because if you have thinner hair and you're constantly putting it in twists and twists and twists, you're bending something that's thin and dry. You're going to create, unfortunately, weak spots in your locks, or points where they're going to become weakened over time because the cold air, it's drying and it's not fully recovered or to a point to be really withstanding that type of style. And now it's being bent. You feel me? One thing I've noticed that's worked a lot for me is I have cut down all my 2-strand twists. And let's be 100% clear. I love me a bob. I love me a braid out, all those things. I feel like if you're doing that maybe once a month, it's not bad. But I even think taking a month off in between your 2-strand twists, if you know you like to get a retwist and a 2-strand and wear it out, the next month don't do that. How about you just let your hair free or only do something that incorporates the front? That's something I've been doing too. I'll do like, what is it called? Barrel twist throughout the front, and then just leave the rest of my hair. And I've noticed that my hair has gotten a lot stronger and kind of thicker. I might be imagining things. But I've noticed that my hair is a lot stronger because I'm not constantly putting it in twists. All I'm focusing on is moisturizing my locks and making sure that they're healthy, especially in this colder season. I said protective styling. What I meant by protective styling is protective styling for locks. For me, protective styling for locks means anything that's low maintenance and very easy to do. And I feel like during the winter time, if you're someone who's already trying to combat and fix the dryness, it's going to be super important to do low manipulation styles. And I know you probably haven't heard low manipulation styles since you were a loose natural, but I feel like doing low manipulation styles when you're kind of nursing your hair back to a point of not having that dryness is super, super important, so that you can also monitor how your hair is reacting to these things. But unfortunately, it is time for me to hop in the driver's seat and hit the gym so I can get back and focus on getting work done. But I hope you guys love this video. And if you like it, you know, put a comment below. I'm going to try to give y'all a video every single week. While it's December, it's a party, we're celebrating, we're festive. But yes, it's okay if you are struggling with your locks in this season. It's a natural thing. Even in my 4th year, every time it becomes that transition from summer, fall to from summer, spring, fall, winter. But whenever I transition from summer up through winter, I do have to monitor my hair and respond to it accordingly. So do not feel bad. If you're someone who's experienced some dryness, it's not a big deal. Again, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. It's about how you're caring for your hair after and nursing it back to health. But I'm gonna go and get into this gym. Love y'all and see y'all next time.
Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet.